Pros and cons of Klamath Falls video from someone actually living in Klamath Falls, and here we go. Someone sent me a video recently of a pros and cons list of Klamath Falls and said, "What say you?" Challenge accepted. The video begins with home affordability, and Klamath Falls is much more affordable than some of our other Southern Oregon sister cities. As far as rent prices, average home sale price, a lot of people kick the tires on Klamath Falls because they can get more bang for their buck here because our housing is more affordable. If you get into Eastern Oregon, of course, there's more affordable options out there, and some of the smaller cities are more affordable, but for like-sized cities or something a little different, a little bit more rural setting, Klamath Falls is a very interesting option for home buyers and renters. Something else on their list was our weather. We are high desert, we are 4 seasons, but we do have the 300 days of sunshine a year, and you will never hear hazy, hot, and humid in the Klamath Falls forecast. Something else on their list was outdoor activities, and as far as I'm concerned, Klamath is world class. We're on the Sky Lakes Wilderness, we have lots of national forest, we have lots of rivers, lakes, tons of recreational opportunities for hunting, camping, fishing, hiking. Mountain biking is getting very huge, about to get bigger with Spence Mountain, and so there's a ton of things to do here. It is truly an outdoor person's paradise. Something else on their list was our commutes, and it's not because we're some tiny little hamlet with just a few traffic lights and you can't help but be able to get around town easily. Klamath Falls is 40,000 people. It's fairly sprawled out, and fortunately there's lots of opportunities to get where you're going. There isn't, some bridge or something that you have to cross that causes traffic jams and for traffic to be restricted. And I can get from point A to point B clear across town in about 4 or 5 songs on the radio. My only complaint about Klamath Falls is they reuse the street names. There'll be little chunks of a street here, there, everywhere, or they'll relabel a street. It'll be Denver Avenue, Denver Place, Denver Court. Why they have to do that, I don't know. But besides that, getting around Klamath Falls is very easy and our commutes are very short. And another item on their list was our higher education opportunities in Oregon Institute of Technology and Klamath Community College, and absolutely much more affordable than some of the other options in Oregon. So if a student is looking for something a little smaller city, more affordable education opportunities, definitely kick the tires on Oregon Institute of Technology and KCC. And on the cons list was our tons of snow. Full disclaimer, I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania, 100+ inches of snow a year. The Klamath Falls snow doesn't bother me a bit. So if you're from somewhere where you're not used to snow, 20 to 30 inches of snow a year probably sounds like a lot, and you probably want to get an all-wheel drive. But I have a front-wheel drive car. I never run traction tires, I don't run studs, I've never put on chains, and I get around town just fine. I'm never snowbound, it never impedes my travel plans. It's just not a thing here. Typically what happens is it'll snow overnight, then it'll warm up throughout the day, the sun comes out, and it'll melt off a lot of the snow. There's times where we get more accumulation, or we get accumulations that pile up over a few days, but in the city of Klamath Falls, there isn't a whole lot of accumulation of snow, and you're never going to be snowbound in your house for days at a time. And another thing that's on the cons list is that there's only the bare necessities available in Klamath Falls because there's hardly any shopping, and this is not true. We have Super Walmart, Home Depot, Fred Meyer, Albertsons, Holiday Market, Natural Grocer, Ulta. We have tons of mom and pop shops. We have Cowboy Walmart and Coastal Farm and Ranch. We have Grange. There's lots of shopping opportunities in Klamath Falls, and you don't have to go to Amazon every time you want something and blow up your credit card because it's not available in Klamath Falls. There's many things that are available in Klamath Falls. If you want to go to Costco, if you want to spend the day in the mall, you're going somewhere else. But the vast majority of things that you need are available in Klamath Falls. Another thing that was on the list, that there is no commercial air traffic, absolutely true, and as far as I know, there's nothing on the horizon to bring commercial air service back to Klamath Falls. And the other thing is Kingsley Field. Kingsley Field is an active military base. It's an Air National Guard base. It's a training facility for pilots. So there is a fair amount of fighter jet traffic that goes through the airport. There's the big flying buses bringing military personnel and cargo into Kingsley Field. There's a bunch of private air traffic. But is it a con? I've lived here a lot of years, and there might be a couple minutes out of your day where you can't talk on your cell phone because the planes are flying over and it's super loud, but they hardly ever fly at night. There's night flights a couple times a year, but they usually knock off pretty early. And to me, it's not a big deal. It's not a con. And a thing that did not appear on his list that I feel that knocks some people out of considering Klamath Falls is our restaurant scene. We don't have a lot of fine dining, we don't have a lot of higher end dining, and we don't have a lot of the national chains that you would typically see in a town this size. We don't have Texas Roadhouse, Chipotle, Panda Express, Red Lobster, Olive Garden. We don't have any of that yet. Working on it. But there is some things coming to Klamath Falls. There's big things on the horizon, so maybe we'll get some of that down the road. But right now, we have tons of great restaurants. Don't get me wrong, we have a lot of great restaurants. But as far as like the national chain restaurants that you would typically see in a town this size, we don't have all of them. We don't have a lot of them. So those are the pros and cons from someone who actually lives in Klamath Falls. I swear you guys send me this stuff just to get me buzzed up. Thanks for joining me.